All right, so the big thing with these matrices is they have to be the same size for us to add and subtract them. Now, which means this right here, this is a 2 by 2. We have two columns and 2 rows. All right. So, and I've tried to, with y'all's handout, I tried to have y'all enough room to do some of this. And if you can't, if you write fairly large, I'm sorry. Now, this is what I mean that if you can add and subtract, you can do this. All right. We're going to combine these two terms that's in the same position. So -1 plus -2, -3. All right. Here we have -4 plus 5. Well, that's 1. All right. This one's super hard. 1 plus 2. Yeah, 3. Thank you. And then 4 plus 4 is 8. Now, that's basically it in a nutshell of how you do this. Now, the good thing is these matrices, they have the big brackets. You don't have to worry about braces or anything. Sometimes you'll see them without the little brackets, just straight lines. It's kind of the same thing. Okay, and as we get to some more different terminology and stuff, that's just kind of how it's going to be. Now, for the first few, I'll do this color-coded stuff, but for afterwards, I mean, honestly, we could be done after like 6 problems today, which I may do that for the lesson and let y'all work on some since you only have 2 problems for your homework. Okay, all right. Now, this is a weird looking one right here. Let's make sure it's got we got 1 column. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so we can actually do this one. And I don't think we need to color code these because it's really just straight across. 0, -6, and 11. Okay. And the good thing is, if you have a hard time with lining this up, writing it on paper, you only have to worry about that on your own stuff. You don't have to worry about that turning something into me. Okay. I actually like matrices. We only get to do a little bit of stuff with matrices. I've had a class where we've had really big ones and we had to do all this crazy stuff with it, but that's a higher level math class. And it seems weird because every time you do it, there's different dimensions and things, but you're still just adding, subtracting, multiplying. Okay. All right. Now, I'm going to skip 3 and 4 right now because they're kind of easy. We can come back and y'all can do those later if you want to, because they're the same size. You're going to be able to add them. Now, let's look at number 6. Can we do number 6? Excuse me. Are they the same size? No. So you would say like not possible. Okay. Let's see. What does the directions on y'all's handout say? It says something like undefined. Yeah, you could do this undefined if you wanted to. Believe it or not, I had a problem like number 6 on a test before, and somebody tried. I had 6 people come up and ask. They're like, "Why can't I do this one?" I said, "It's not possible." Like they really took a long time to try to figure this one out. All right, number 7. There's a couple ways that you can do number 7. All right. Now, the first way that some people do it, and this is kind of an easy one to do because it's just a 1 column thing, is they will write it out like this. -3 -4, because it's each of those terms minus the next one. Okay. And we know that minus a negative plus a positive Okay. Well, -2, -4, and -7. All right, so now there is another way to do it. I'm going to show you on number 8, where it's called distributing the negative. That's some stuff that we've done before in Algebra 1. Some people like it, some people don't. Believe it or not, when I was having to teach this in analytical, some people said, please do not distribute the negative. That confuses me. And I said, okay, that's fine. So for those few students, I did not do that. All right, this is what I mean by distributing the negative. And it only happens to the second matrix right here, is I change this to plus, and I change all these signs. So where it's negative, they become positive. And if it's positive, it becomes negative. And that's basically like multiplying something, the whole thing by -1, and we'll get into that a little bit more tomorrow. Multiplying everything by -1 and then adding it. And that's the same thing as what we do for subtraction. Okay. So now we have -5 plus 6. Well, that's 1. 2 plus -5, that's -3. -3 plus 6 is 3. -2 plus 2, that's 0. 3 plus 6 is 9. And this is 6. Okay, so now I personally like distributing the negative because I get confused having to go back and say like -5 minus this and things of that nature. Remember, you only do it with the second one. It's really weird to look at myself and I'm on the screen and look up there and I'm on the TV. I'm still getting used to that. See, we could have done something really hard today, but we're adding and subtracting. Woohoo! I know that's kind of boring, but would you rather do something hard or this? Okay, good answer. Nobody said anything. Yeah, this is pretty easy. I'd rather do this coming back from a break. All right. Now, let's see. Number 9's the same size. Now, this one I'm not going to distribute the negative. Let's see, we're going to have 6 minus -1. Well, minus -1 is the same thing as adding 1. So, like, even if you have your calculator, you can sit there and go 6 minus -1, and you'll get the right answer. Okay, same thing. This is 2 minus -6, which is 8. And then 3 minus 6, -3. And on all the calculators that you're allowed to use in Schoology, I do have it as a scientific calculator in case we happen to do something a little bit more to it. Okay. But kind of take your time. This is honestly, this is one of the very few things where the calculator on your phone would work fine with that. Okay. I always say not to get so dependent on that because you cannot use your calculator on or use your phone as a calculator on certain tests. So, all right, we're going to skip around a little bit more. There was another one that was here on the back. Oh, let's look at number 11. Number 11, is that on the back of y'all's handout? All right. Can we do number 11? No. Pew. Not possible. No. Undefined. Okay. That's, if I had to do this handout, these are the problems that I would find first. Which ones can I do or not do? Okay. And since they're different signs, I can't do them. I'm not going to really let it go. All right. So I'm actually going to stop the lesson here because as far as teaching stuff, I'm done. Okay.